So you can see that the torque of the seat post cracked the frame right here, and this part came completely off. The frame narrows to where the seat post is, and that's kind of a weak point, it looks like. So yeah, it cracked right off of there. So my original thought was to try and weld this piece back together and then put some kind of external reinforcement to try and fix it, but it would still be a weak point on the bike, and the torque of the seat post could still break it again. So I had a friend who suggested getting a tube of aluminum, fitting it down inside. You can see it's just an open space in the frame. Getting one that fits down inside and replaces basically the top part, this part here. And so I ordered a piece that has the outside dimensions is the same as the inside dimensions of the frame, and then the tube inside dimensions is the same as the outside dimensions of the seat post like this, which is a 27.2 millimeter seat post. So the original plan was to cut a notch like this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a diagonal line across here. That should fit down on the seat post hole nicely. I don't know if you can see down in there. I've got some kind of mount. I think it's part of this controller pack down inside there, and you might be able to see that. About 2/3 of the way down there is a that right down in the middle there. There's some kind of post support right there, and that's the lowest part of the inside of the frame tube that I can insert this tube into. And so I'm going to cut it at a diagonal. At an angle. Got two different sides going on it. Okay, I cut it at an angle. It's not pretty, but it's not going to matter too much. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit here. Okay, what do you do when you don't have the right tool set up? You improvise. There's my improvised vice grip. Okay, got my handy dandy reciprocating saw. All right, let's hook up a metal blade on this puppy. Hey, and I'm even improvising a video stand. Thank you, Harbor Freight. Okay. All right. That looks about as straight as I could hope for. I'll clean that up a little bit with my rotary tool. Let's clean this up a little bit. Okay. That's pretty clean. All right, time to make a notch on it. Here's the broken piece from the frame. What I want to do is recreate this notch on here so that the clamp system has a little bit of flex to be able to clamp down on that seat post. All right. Okay, so this is the original piece. It has a notch on there so that the clamp can pull the pieces of aluminum tight around the seat post. So I need to recreate that notch on this new piece of metal. Okay, I've cleaned up the edges on this thing. They're not very sharp anymore. And again, I need to make a notch in it like the other one, the original one had. Let's see if I can find that for a second. Okay, so my plan is to drill a hole at the bottom end of this channel and then use the Dremel tool, the rotary tool, to cut the rest of the channel all the way out. So let me find a drill that fits the old piece. Fits it almost perfectly. I think it's going to be my drill bit of choice. Looks like it's 7/32. Okay, I drill a hole and I use this masking tape to create a channel that's the same width that I want to, again, recreate the old channel that was on the other one. And let me just double check. Yeah, it looks like it's about the same width. All right, let's get rolling with the Dremel tool. But I'm going to clean it up a bit here and then soften up the edges, and I think we'll be good to go. Oh man, that's pretty looking. Look at that. Right. Give me a close-up shot of that. All right. I'm just going to do a little more Dremel tool cleaning, and we'll see how it looks on the bike. Okay. I think the results are pretty good. It's pretty close match to what the original was. Looks like the channel might be a little bit deeper, but pretty happy overall. All right, let's go see what it looks like on the bike itself. All right. Nice. Okay, looks like the channel is right back where the other one used to be. I think I'm just gonna tap that down with a rubber mallet or something and get it nice and socked in there. And then I'm gonna start the next part. So my plan is to drill some holes through this part of the frame and put in some rivets to hold the piece in place. I put this piece of tape all the way down to the bottom of the tube, and I pulled it onto the outside of the frame here so I can see how far down that tube extends inside the body of the frame. So I know how far down I can, looks like I can maybe do a couple rivets on the front and one on the back. We'll see how that goes, but that should be, I want to put it down as far as possible, because when I put the seat post back in there, here's my new got this nice shock absorbing zoom seat post that's going to go all the way down inside here. I want it to be able to not hit those rivets, so it's going to be sticking up at least this high, and I think that's about the right height for what I used to have. And this tube here, I'm probably gonna have to do some kind of shim like I did on my other bike. So this bike, this piece right here, you can see is a shim. It shims the inside of this tube, frame tube, to the seat post, which is this size here. Also, I think I might be able to just swap, actually, I might not need a shim. I think this seat post fits in there perfectly, but I'll have to take a look again. Obviously, the idea is to be able to use the shock absorbing one. So if I want to use this one, I'm going to have to do a shim on here like I did on the other bike. Okay. So I've got the notch aligned with the frame. And then I'm just gonna tap it down inside of there. Hang on a second. Okay, that's about as far down as it goes. It's wedged in there nice and tight. I'm going to be ready for the rivets and for the welding. And again, this piece shows how far down that tube is inside the frame cavity. So yeah, it's pretty far down. So I might be able to do 2 rivets nice and low here. And again, another rivet down about there, and that should still be deep enough for the seat post to go down about that far. And I'm probably not even going to do it all the way down. Awesome. Okay, one of the last things I've done is I decided I wanted to smooth the transition between the replacement aluminum tube that's down in the frame. And so I took some JB Weld, mixed it up last night. I used a little bit of the wire whisk to get down to the metal, and I put JB Weld all around the seam where the pipe goes in there. And after it hardens, completely hardens later tonight, I'll spray it black again so that you can't tell. But that should give it a little extra cosmetic look and a little more strength in that seam. So looking good. Still waiting for the shim for the top. But once that comes, I'll be back in business. So I decided to take the shim from the other bike, which is this right here. This silver piece is the shim, and when the other shim comes in the mail, I'll swap it out again. But here's my bike with the seat post, the brand new seat post, and this is a seat, a nice Bontrager seat I got for it. So you can see the aluminum weld I put on there makes a nice transition between the old frame and the new piece, and I painted it black. So I think we're all ready to go. I just got some other updates I want to do for my bike, and I'll be back on the road. Awesome.